Hi, I'm Debbie Hartner.
I'm Elsie Johnson.
And we are two sisters, Southern Cooking.
We're going to make a garlic spread to make garlic bread. Say that twice. Right now I'm doing the first portion of it. I'm actually going to roast my garlic at 425 degrees for, I think it's 30 minutes. I'll have to verify the recipe just to be sure, and I'll definitely have it in the recipe for you. I have 3 heads of garlic here, and I'm gonna just try to cut through and expose the top of every clove of garlic, because we're gonna drizzle olive oil down into them and stick them in my little roasting pan here. And as you can see, some of the cloves came loose from the bunch. I'm just gonna stick them back. And I have a couple more closer to the center that I need to cut the top off of. I'm gonna leave the little stem in the center. I'm gonna peel back a little bit of this paper, exterior paper that's on it. And cut off the top of this one. There's a clove right here that's down a little bit lower than the others are. Okay, I think I got that good. All right, I think I have them all exposed fairly well. All right, that looks fairly good. Oh, there's one right here that's still got the little bit of the top on it, because you want all of them to be open and exposed to the elements, basically, because you're going to put that olive oil drizzle down over it, and so when it roasts it comes out nice and creamy. All right, let's try this. And basically you're trying to just take the very top off of them, so you don't really want to waste a lot of your clove, but take the top off of it, gives it access to the olive oil to go down in there and to flavor it when it roasts. That one did fairly well. It held together pretty good. Let me peel a little bit of the outer skin off of it. Okay, stick that one in there. Oh, I see one. One little straggler didn't get its top cut off. Okay. All right. Cut the last head of garlic here. You gotta kind of peel away at it to see what if any you missed when you were trimming the top off. Roasting garlic actually makes it much milder too, so that's going to be nice. It's a much more enjoyable flavor, honestly, than if you just cut it up and mince it and spread it in your like your butter. I think there's butter, salt, and the actual spread that we're going to use to spread across our bread that we're going to make the garlic bread with. We have store-bought bread. You can make bread if you want, but this is just something fairly simple, easy, that pretty much anybody can do. All right, so this one clove kept trying to fall apart from the head, so I'm just going to put it towards the center so it holds. it in place. Okay, I am going to pour this olive oil down over each of these. And basically I did 2 teaspoons per head is what I did. Get that skin that fell down on it. Make sure they're totally covered. Drizzle it down over every little square inch of this head of garlic. I have a little ceramic baking dish that has a lid. You need a lid, so that's why I chose to use this. Makes it easier. You just put the lid on and put it in the oven and bake it. And then when it comes out of the oven, you let it cool down a little bit where you can handle it. And you can take a fork and pull the meat out of the cloves, or you can actually take your hands and just like squeeze the head of garlic until all the good yumminess comes out of those cloves. And then put it in a bowl, and then we're going to have the next phase of this recipe that actually shows you how to make the spread that you're going to put on that bread. So we will be back as soon as these are roasted, and we can move on to the next step. I'm making the garlic spread from the roasted garlic that we did. It ended up roasting in the oven at 400 for I think it was 50 minutes. You can do between 40 and 70 minutes. So the cloves that I had, the size of them, they got done in about 50 minutes. I started watching them at about 40 minutes, and then I, like every 5 minutes, would look at them to make sure that they were looking okay. I did not want to burn them. So I have a plate here, and I'm going to get the first head, and I'm going to try and pop out the cloves onto this plate. And then I'm going to mash them up, and then I'll put them in the bowl to mix in the butter and the salt, and I have some oregano and parsley that's going to go in here. And this can actually go in your refrigerator for up to 4 days. And if you want, once you get the spread mixed, the garlic cloves, you can actually put them in oil in your refrigerator and leave them there and just use them as needed, like olive oil. So they're good to just bake and keep in your refrigerator for use as you would like to when you need them. But if you want to freeze this spread, you can keep it for a couple months in your your freezer. But your refrigerator, you can keep them in there for up to 4 days before you use them. Some of these you might have to peel back the outer skin a little bit to get hold of that clove to get it out. These look really good. They smell really good. Anytime you roast garlic, the flavor becomes much, much milder. So it's very, very good. This would be really good with like just some crusty ciabatta bread, or any thinly sliced bread that you could just use to put this, mash this up, and maybe like some olive oil on a plate and just, you know, dip your bread in it. That would be really good with this. That clove came out fairly easy. There's nothing quite like fresh garlic to make garlic bread. I mean, you can do minced garlic and make a spread. There are recipes out there for that, but this is, like I said, it's much, much milder, and the taste is phenomenal. Try to get this small clove. The closer the clove is to the center, the smaller they are, the harder they are to get out. Okay. These look really good. They're nice and brown. Okay. All right. Continue mincing this up and just get it into a good paste. Okay, I think I got this mixed really well. You might have a little bit of the more brown pieces of garlic in there that are a little bit, there is a skin. Grab it. But it'll be fine. Because this is, it's pretty mashed up pretty well. All right, so I am going to put in my oregano and parsley and just a smidgen of salt, and I'm just going to mix that in real well. And then I have some room temperature, just really soft butter here. I'm gonna open that up and put it in there and then mix it up real well, and then I'm gonna put it in this bowl here until we're ready to spread it on the garlic bread, which we have Italian bread to put it on. And when we do that, when we go to put it on the bread and mix it in, then we'll come back with to show you how to do that. But right now we're just mixing it up because we're a few hours away from actually doing the bread. And we want our garlic bread to be warm when it's time to eat, so we don't want to bake it too long, or bake it too far in advance. So this looks really good. All right, clean the garlic off my fingers a little bit. Don't want to waste any of that yumminess. This stuff is so good. My hands are clean. I just washed them. We're constantly washing our hands when we're cooking in here because we get them dirty like this and we have to turn around and wash them. Okay. All right, let's see if I can get this spoon and spoon it into my little bowl. I am more of a savory person. I do like sweets, but if I had to choose between sweets and savory or salty, I would go savory every single time. I have to truly be craving sweets to just choose to make something spur of the moment for sweets. I mean, don't get me wrong, I definitely eat dessert. I definitely have me a piece of strawberry cheesecake or a cake or pie that we make. I definitely have me a piece of it, but if you were to ask me, would you rather have sweet right now or savory, salty? I would go salty. Sweet is not my go-to. And my blood pressure tells it because I'm having problems with my blood pressure. I've been on blood pressure medicine for years and years and years. But I've lately been struggling to keep it controlled even with meds. And I know it's because I like salt. I like salt too well. There's very little salt in this, honestly, though. In this here particular thing, there was only like less than a quarter teaspoon. So definitely not overrun with salt on this. Okay, I think we got every little bit that we can off of this, and I'm going to put this on the counter in the kitchen until we're ready to use it. And we'll be back to show you the process of putting it on the bread, and then we'll bake it. We'll see you in a few minutes.
Elsie. And I'm Debbie.
We're two sisters Southern cooking.
And we thank you for visiting our page. Please like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you.